Hi everybody, welcome to Fast Home Brew. You all know I like leftovers power, and this is number 7. So let's get into it. I am filling up my thing with water. I start off with 35 litres and a bit for luck, and that ends up as 27 litres after some of it has been absorbed and other it runs off into the atmosphere. Anyway, that's my awful thermometer that I use to monitor the temperature, and it's springtime, which means my solar panels are caked in a layer of pollen because we have lots of trees, and so I'm just seeing if I can hose them down a little bit because it hasn't rained for a while, to see if that sorts it out. Okay, here is I am at a temperature that I can't see what it was, but anyway, I'm setting up the grain bag. So this mash temperature, yeah, as I said, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's probably... Normally I get it up to around 71, 72, and then put the grains in, which cools it down a bit. The grains today are 85% ale malt, 10% Munich malt, and 5% toffee malt I've gone with this time, after somebody suggested I try either toffee or one other, which I forget, and the one other was the one they liked the best, but the toffee was the only one that good old Beer Belly had. So if I squint, I might be able to see that, but I can't. Jonah is flaked out on Max's mat. And this is going to mash at whatever temperature that said for an hour. So there it goes. Just clip that in there. Yep, awful thermometer, but it's still handy for remote stuff that doesn't require precise control. So there we go. Okay, so I've got an hour, and I have a giant new splitting block, which is going to replace the old one, which, as you can see, has had seen better days. So it's a bit of an improvement. Just clear make a little bit of a platform for it there, and gently tip it in, and just catch it before it rolls down the hill and takes out the fence and the car, everything. That thing weighed an awful lot. Okay, so I guess I'll test it out now after I skip all the dirt around by trying to split the old splitting block, right? See, yeah, that makes sense, but this is actually really hard. It's no wonder I used to use this as a splitting block, because the thing won't break. It looks like I'm running out of energy here. I'm hitting it so slowly and with great defeated... Yep, I'm done. You have defeated me, old splitting block. You were a worthy adversary. Yes, thank you, Max. Yes, no, that's okay. I don't feel too bad. Okay, 1 hour is done. And this guy, time to come out of the... Uh-oh. I haven't lined it up with the... So the pulley is attached to my pergola, and normally I line it up before I put the water in. But today I have forgotten, and it was out by a little bit. But that's okay, I managed to lift it. That's fine. So the grains are coming out. That'll be the heat going on. And now the bit of a rinse into the old grain bed there. Normally rinse it with a litre. And if I've got more, then I use a litre and a half. Okay, so let's check out what contenders we've got for leftovers today. I need a couple of good, decent chunks of stuff. And I'm looking for, like, American-style hops. So what have we got here? That one's not enough, is it? I don't know. Maybe that's enough. There's another one that looks substantial. And I can't see what any of these labels are saying right now. But I can tell you that I ended up with Amarillo and Cascade and Riwaka. So that is my Cascade and Riwaka, 30 grams of each, or just over 1 gram a litre each. They'll be going in at flame out, and now I'm back calculating the amount of Amarillo I will need based on that to bring it up to 35 IBUs. Turned out to be 28 grams. So there's about a bunch of grams going in, and all 3 of them are going to make up my dry hop, because I got about 100 grams in total left over. I think it was maybe a little bit more. So anyway, it's going to be Amarillo, Cascade, and Riwaka today. But still looks like I got tons of leftover hops. So watch this space. Maybe I'll do something silly. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so now Max is just doing his thing while we wait for everything to come up and start boiling. And that's nearly there. That's poking through. That's boiling. Okay, in goes the Amarillo. That's my timer for 1 hour. And 45 minutes has gone by already. So that's a bit of Wellflock going in. Now, I don't have any yeast nutrient, but these old yeasts make good nutrient. I guess yeast cannibalize each other or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a cannibal pail. Not sure if that's going to work, but we'll see what happens. Okay, time is done. 1 hour is up. They all smell very nice, and that is going to sit there. I just put the stopwatch on so I know how long it's been, so I don't let it go for too long. But that's going to sit there for until it sort of settles down, and then I give it a whirlpool, and again I wait for it to settle down, and it must be settled down, and now it's filling up into the cube. Up she goes, and there's a nice little pile of stuff in the middle from my satisfying whirlpool, and in goes the last bits into the cube, just draining it out. Got to tilt the urn a little bit, and then my little trick of filling up the hose just by tilting it slightly and using that to kind of, and it always goes wrong, I always spill a bit. Let's see if I do today. I didn't film it if I did. Okay, barefoot's getting very hot there, and that's tight, and that's good. So here we are, I'm a new splitting log with my 27 litres worth of, it's a 25 litre cube, it holds 27 litres. This is American West Coast ale yeast, and my 100-ish grams, maybe a bit more, of hops, and that's all good. So thank you for watching the video today. This one, these leftovers ones always come out good, except for the last one, which had diacetyl, but apart from that, they're all good. So anyway, like, subscribe, all the etc., and build a suitcase. Build a suitcase? What the hell?